Hello guys, and welcome to OpenTTD tutorial. This is episode 2. I'm sorry it's taken me a while to record this, but you know, shit happens, so you just got to deal with it. So last time I went over the basics. Hi Joe. Sorry. Last time I went over the basics, and this time I'm going to go into a bit more detail and explain a couple more stuff. So this is a blank map, because I screwed over the other map because I wasted all my money. But, so, when you start off on a new map, probably the first thing to do is, as I've said, you know, get as much money out as you can. Interest isn't really a huge part of this game. Obviously, you can sell it back easily and stuff like that. So, when you got two cities like this, you would think, oh, set up a bus service, but it's actually better to set up a train service, because a train service has a larger influence. If I show you, demonstrations are always easier. So as you can see, I've got a 5x track, and as you can see, it's got a huge influence. So there you go, I'll put that down there, and then I'll put this one down over here. Now, for a train track, it's just essentially, all you have to do is just, you know, use these pieces and just link up one station to another, because that's how a train service works. Now, a couple of things to note is that if you've got a hill, these curved things won't work. So if you're a bit confused why it's a bit redded out, it's because they don't work, the curved ones. They don't work on hills. So, you know, always think about that. Only these ones will work, or these ones, to get you uphill. Now, obviously, to build a train, you need something to build the train from, and for something to do maintenance with. So you use a train depot, this little icon just here. The one that looks like a half-deformed house. So, click that, put it down, somewhere on the track, make sure it's on the track, because if not, a train can't run on nothing. You need tracks for a train to run. And that's just stupid. So, as you can see, on a station, it is exactly the same as a bus service. It will accept a certain amount of things. So, for this, it accepts passengers, mails, and goods. So, let's set up a passenger and mail line. It's always best to put mail and message together, because, you know, it's just easier. Now, you can pick from whatever train you want. Now, all of these figures shows you how reliable that train is, how long its life is, because a train isn't going to last throughout the entire of the game. You need to swap it out with something. Refittable means that you can change that vehicle to be something else. So instead of having the capacity of 80 passengers, I can refit it to have, you know, 40 mail capacity and stuff like that. So it's got how much it's going to cost per year, its max speed, its cost, its weight, its power. I don't really know what weight and power really, I don't really think they affect the train, but if you want a light train, you can go for a light train. So obviously, for a small service like this, you obviously want, you know, you don't need a fast train, you just need a train that gets from A to B, and because it's got 100% variability, I'm going to pick this one. Obviously, there's a load of different ones. So this one, it can be refitted to all but oil. That can't be refitted to anything. So then, all you're going to do is buy these. Now, it will automatically attach it onto the train, but if you don't want it on that train, say you've got another one, you can just drag it down onto the next line. And then just stick it back up. So, let's get a couple of these, and a couple of these. One thing to note is that if a train is larger than its station, it won't disembark passengers properly, and you'll have a lot of issues. So this should hopefully be the right size. I can't remember how many carriages it is, but I might create a table at a late point saying if you've got a one station thing, then you put in these many stuff and stuff like that. So there you go. That's how you do a thing. Now, if you've got more advanced stuff, so say you've got an extra station here, and you want a train to just go to that one station there, then you have to introduce lighting system. Now, lights are pretty complicated to get over. So today I'm only going to talk about the simple one, which is this one here. So basically what this one does, if there's something in the way to get to that station, then it will tell it to stop or go. So if I put a thing here and a thing here, it will say, okay, you can go, or you have to stop at this thing. Obviously, sometimes you can get a bit confusing, and complicated train lines are probably not the best to start with. Just do simple lines like this until we get more advanced into details. So as you can see, there's a lot more construction stuff. I'll say, for example, you want to go from one city to another, and you want to go over land, you can build a tunnel. Now, a tunnel will only work on these flat bits. So, let's build a small one. Let's build one just there. That cost me £6 whereas if I probably built it over the hill, it might cost me a bit more. Or maybe not. But obviously you can't do that. You can obviously demolish your tunnel if you don't want it anymore. You can demolish the tracks, just drag it over. Now the great thing about tracks is that you do get a bit of money back for scrap value. At least that's what I think it's called. Now later on in the game you'll get access to more different types of rail. So if you hold this down, so you got electrified and monorail. So say for example I didn't want this anymore, I could upgrade the track. Oh no, I clicked that one. Say I want an electrified one, then I click this, click on there, and it'll upgrade it. Now I don't know if the train can work on that, but let's have a look. It's going slowly. Yeah, okay, so trains can work on different kind of tracks if they want to. So if you're like, oh I want to upgrade to an electrified track, then that's what you can do. Look, there you go, everything's being upgraded. It's obviously cost you money and stuff like that. Now, with electrified, you can then put on an electric train. Yeah, look, there you go. I can now put on the Tim and the Asian Star. Obviously, to avoid copyright, this game cannot use Eurostar. But I can. Because I'm a nitwit. So, that's the basics of trains. Don't really want to go into more detail than that. I don't remember what this is. Oh yeah, that's a checkpoint. So if you've got a really complicated track and you want a train to go a certain way, you can tell it to go to here and go to there. The same as buses. You have to use this to create orders to tell it to go from here to here. So you say, go to there. So you just click it and then that's it. That's it. That's the basics of train. That's all you need to know. And you can see I just got £1,000 from it. Now if this was real life, whew, I would be a billionaire. But it's not. So, I've talked about buses and trains. At least I think I've talked about buses in the one. Now, another kind of transport is sea transport. Who doesn't like to go out into the open sea, vomit their guts out, and have a jolly old time with sailors? Obviously, if you're a boy, that is going to be a gay experience. But, let's continue. So, I've talked about these two. Now, sea construction is a little different. It's got the set, it's got coverage area and stuff, but you don't need to build any tracks or anything. It will just work on the sea. For a dock to work, you need this flat land just here, not, a corner piece, one of these bits, flat. Just flat. Do you understand? You better understand, because I don't. And there you go. It accepts passengers and mail. So click that, and then we'll say we want it to go, oh, I don't know, just there. Then we need to build a depot, where we're going to build that ship. There we go, we'll plop that in the middle. Also, if you want your thing to go a certain way, you can put buoys down. There you go. Now, same as trains and buses, you pick which one you want. So I'm going to go for a hovercraft, because hovercrafts don't really exist anymore. So I'm going to say go to here, then go to the buoy, then go to here. It'll automatically say go by that. So, you can have a nice little route set out. You can put loads of little buoys down, say, gotta go this way, gotta go that way. And also by doing that, you can probably shorten the trip length and stuff like that. And also, I'm not sure. No, boats don't collide. So, yeah, boats don't collide. If two trains collide, they will explode. If two trucks collide, they don't. If a train and a truck crash, the truck is destroyed, but not the train. Which is real life. So yeah, there you go. Let's have a look at my little hovercraft. God, I bet you'd vomit all over that, wouldn't you? Wouldn't last long. So as you can see, it's got the same accept and stuff like that. But as you can see, I haven't had to do anything to tell it to follow a certain route. I haven't had to draw anything out, stuff like that. So that is basic ship transport. But one more thing I want to go over is canals. You can build canals to go inland. So say I want to reach this oil thing just here. Then I find a little flat piece of land just there, build that, get a canal, you know, there you go. Then I'll put a dock just there, and there you go. And then I can have a boat go up there. That's how simple that is. You don't need to overcomplicate stuff like that. I'd say when you first start doing this, don't worry about boats and stuff. Concentrate mainly on trains and bus services. And for bus services, don't go out of the city, just have it as a local bus service until you've got billions and billions and billions of pounds, and then you can send buses to that buses and buses to that buses. Now, that's basically everything you need to know about all the transport stuff. I'm going to end the tutorial here, because I think I've blabbered on like a tit. And, yeah, is there anything else I want to know? Oh yeah, you can do bridges, if you really want. Well, there you go, it's a water bridge. Oh yeah, you can also do train as well. There we go. And obviously, when you build a thing, it gives you, says how fast it can go over that bridge and stuff like that. So you can make your stuff look really fancy, or you can make it look like shit. It's your choice. But I'd say make it look good, because your train's got to travel over that all day, and appearances matter. Apart from my face. My face is ugly. But I'll see you next time. I think I've just discussed everything about the 3 modes of transport, because I talked about buses in the other one. So this is trains and boats. Hopefully you've understood. If I've just repeated myself, I apologise dearly, but I don't watch my own videos because I hate the sound of my own voice. So see you next time on OpenTTD.